was 6 a.m. The young man was trying to get up to go to work, but he couldn't. He felt strange, as if something was wrong. What's happening to me? Why can't I get up? He thought momentarily, trying to make sense of it. Last night, when he had gone to bed, he felt a sharp pain in his chest, like someone was hitting him with a hammer. He passed out and didn't know what happened after that. He wanted coffee, but where was his wife? Why hadn't she woken him up? It was getting late for work. There was no one beside him. What was going on? In the other room, someone was lying down, and a large crowd had gathered outside the house. Someone had died. Oh no, it was him. Was he dead? The young man stood frozen, realizing the truth. People outside were crying. He shouted, but no one could hear him. Panic filled him, and he rushed into the next room. There his wife was crying uncontrollably, holding their son. He called out to her, but she didn't hear him. He entered another room where his parents were sitting, comforting each other, overwhelmed with sorrow. "I'm alive! I'm not dead!" he yelled, but no one could see him. He ran outside again. His best friend was there, crying heavily. People were consoling him. The young man remembered how he had stopped speaking to his friend after a fight a year ago. His friend had begged him for forgiveness, but he never gave in, and now here was his friend crying for him. Why? Yes, he realized then that he had truly died. God, please bring me back. Give me a few more days. I never loved my wife the way I should have. I was always too focused on my work. I never told her how lucky I was to have her as my wife, or how beautiful she was. I didn't spend enough time with my child. By the time I got home, he'd already be asleep. I can't bear to see my parents, who still treated me like their little boy, in such pain. I was too proud to forgive my friend when he asked for it, and now I am filled with regret. The young man cried out, "God, please bring me back. I need to see my mother smile again. Forgive me, and give me just a few more days." Suddenly, someone shook him. He opened his eyes. It was his wife. "What's wrong? Were you dreaming? You were screaming. What happened?" she asked. So it had all been a dream? Wasn't he dead? At that moment, the young man realized it was his second chance at life. His wife reminded him it was time for work. But he called her close instead of rushing and said, "I'm truly the luckiest man. I never noticed how beautiful you are today." Surprised, she looked at him, then hugged him tightly, tears welling up in her eyes. "Friends, you still have time. Let go of your ego and love your family. There's no point regretting after losing everything. Spend time with your loved ones, and be kind to your friends. This life is a gift from God. Live it joyfully, and make sure your family finds happiness in your presence."